Hello everybody, I am Joshua, and welcome to this Sims 3 house building video here on the Sims resource. Now today, I am building a house called Emerald Victorian, and this is a very decent sized kind of family house, but not I guess it could be a family house. It's a Victorian styled house built in Moonlight Falls, which is the world that came with The Sims 3 Supernatural. And this house really suits the world well because it's kind of old styled Victorian house, which is what most of the houses in this neighborhood are. Yeah, so the final house is going to be about 3 bedrooms and I think 3.5 bathrooms, so it's a decent size. I think it's 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms to be exact. So it's a decent size, plenty of space. It's also in a townhouse kind of style, so you can see it's long and narrow, but it's got a decent outdoor space on the porches, so you know your Sims can sit out and enjoy the view and such. Anyways, you can see here I'm just expanding the porch and putting in all the railings. I'm using the railings that came with Supernatural, of course, and I really like them. They're very nice indeed. So right here I'm just going to start with the colorings of the railings here. So you can see I'm just making them kind of like a nice washed out white wood, which is very nice, and that color will continue throughout the house, as you'll see. Anyway, I'm just getting in some columns here, so you can see here I'm getting in some columns where I'm intersecting with the columns that are built into the railing, because the ones that are built into the railing don't actually offer any support, so I needed support, so I ended up putting normal columns inside, which worked well anyway. Here I'm just putting in the ceiling, of course, which is always nice to have, and I'm also doing the roof. With the roof, turned out very nicely as well. It's a bit of a tower in the back, as you can see. The back of the house has a nice tower there. I'm also putting in the rest of the roof here, and you can see it's got a nice peaked roof with also a flat part on top, so part of it's peaked and part of it's flat, as you can see. Yeah, so anyway, we're beginning on the exterior colors, and I really like the exterior colors. They're very nice. As you can see, it's kind of like a greenish gray color, which also carries on to the inside, I believe, so it's a very nice color. You can see here I'm putting in some details here in the roof, which look very nice. I never do this. It's usually something I just don't do, and it turns out really nice when I put in this extra bit of detail here on top of the dormers. It adds something to the house, and it also complements the style of the house as well. Yeah, so I'm also putting in some more siding here around the place, which looks very nice. I like that color so much. I don't know, it's just something I came up with creative style, and it just looks really cool. It's nice kind of cool color. That goes well with the house. Anyway, we're beginning the floor plan here, so that's the entrance where the staircase is. The living room and kitchen are along the flat side of the house, the opposite side to the porches. The kitchen's in the back. Here you can see I'm putting in the cabinets, and the living room's in the front. Here I'm laying out the second level. All 3 bedrooms are on the second floor, and I believe all 3 bathrooms are on the second floor as well. So you can see here a little bit of a funky floor plan, but it works out well in the end. So yeah, it's just continuing the siding, also putting a little bit of an overhang there for a side door, which is always useful. Now we're beginning on landscaping. I think I do some of it at the beginning and then come back and finish it off near the end. You can see there I just put some bushes down. Anyway, we're doing some more of the wallpaper here. Adding this kind of nice detailed wallpaper on the dormers here, which looks very nice. And it matches the color of the rest of the house. Here we're putting in cedar shakes, which go as an accent on some parts of the house as well. Kind of like a dark weathered color for those. And they go on that part of the house and also here in the back, so it all goes nicely. You know, a nice mixture of different materials, but all the colors go together very well. So you can see here I'm just finishing it off, putting in some more siding. And yeah, I think that's the exterior colors finished. Very nice color scheme, which I really like. So yeah. So right here, I'm just going to be putting in the side steps here. This is the side door. There's also going to be the driveway there, so your Sims can, you know, park their car. If this was real life, you'd park your car there, go up the steps right into the kitchen, which is very convenient if you have shopping with you. And yeah, so that's the side door there, the side steps, if you will. Here I'm just changing the color of the windows to white, like I said I would. It's got a nice white trim, the whole house, which looks very nice, and I really like the way it turned out. So you can see there's the front windows, and I'm also putting in some smaller windows down the side of the house as well. And we're doing here, putting a side door, nice French doors there, so you can get out to the porch, of course. Some more windows around the place, and I believe that's all the windows done. We're doing interior doors now. A lot of doors on the second level, a lot of rooms as well, so plenty of doors. Also some doors downstairs. And because this is a Victorian house, there's no open floor plan. It's just archways between the rooms, which is something that you'd find in a house of this style. Anyway, there's the front door I just put in. Here we're putting in the driveway. As you can see here, it comes down this side of the house. Just a single width. The driveway will just sit one car in it, as you can see. You can't put two next to each other, though you can park some in front of that one. So, you know, you can have like in a row. Putting that tree there in the corner, I really like that tree that's on the front corner of the house, and also this tree that's in the back. Also putting in some more bushes. Those bushes that came with Supernatural, the ones without the flowers, look really nice. I really like those, and also goes well with the trees that came with Supernatural. Supernatural came with some really good plants, and I really like them. Anyway, we're just putting in a bunch of flowers in the landscape and some rocks. Of course, you need rocks in your landscape. I always think it's very important. I'm also putting in some dirt terrain paint under all the plants to make it look more realistic, of course. I'm also putting in a back step here, which is always convenient to have, so they can come down the back stairs. Also a fireplace, which is off the living room, which is a nice thing to have, of course. So right here I'm doing the foundation, just changing the color of it, so it's not that bright red brick, because that was quite shocking. So I made it a nice kind of more brownish color for the brick. Also doing a bit of a front pathway there as well, which is nice to have. And yeah, so that's pretty much the front landscaping done, I believe. And now we're going to be popping inside into the kitchen by the looks of things. Yes, the kitchen turned out quite nicely. It goes really well with the style of the house. And it's got this kind of farm sink that's on this dining table there, if you saw, which goes really well with the style of the house. Now, I don't believe the sink is usable, so if you download the house, you would have to remove the dining table, and then the sink should work fine. But I just put the dining table in there for looks. Yeah, so also putting in the cabinets here, as you can see, putting in a nice kind of tile countertop, which is nice. And I like the color of the countertop as well. It's a very interesting kind of brownish, greenish, neutral color. Also changing the color of all the cabinets as well. Here we come with the wallpaper. Actually, we're changing the color of all the cabinets again. Yeah, the wallpaper, though, is a nice tile backsplash at the bottom and a wallpaper at the top. So it looks really nice. I originally was going to go with a terracotta color, and then I changed it to a more greenish blue color. Because I wasn't feeling the terracotta color, because I thought that the greenish blue color matched the exterior better. Now, especially I realized this when I put in the flooring, which was more of a greenish color, which you'll see in a moment. Yeah, there's the floor, I believe. Yeah, is that the final floor? I think that's the final floor, that one there. Yeah, I think that's the final floor. So I realized, you know, these terracotta walls don't go. So there we go. I changed the wall color. I do change the floor color, actually. And there we go. So that's the final colors of the kitchen. I really like them, actually. It's a nice kind of mix of blues and greens and browns. Also putting in some bar stools here for the island, and they go with a nice dark gray color for the cushions as well. Also some details here on the shelves and dining table, and that yellow horse. The yellow horse is funny. It seems to appear in all my houses recently. It's just something I like to add. Yeah, so just a bunch of stuff I'm putting on there. It's very nice indeed. So more lights, of course, light over the island there, and we're also putting in a little light fixtures around the outside. Also doing the entrance from the side door, which I think I'll get to in a moment. Just finding some random decor items. There's a shelf there. Yeah, there we go. So I'm just putting some stuff here by the doors. Also some shoes next to the cabinets. You know, so it's like the sim walks in and then just throws off their shoes and stuff like that. There's a little mat there, so you can come in and wipe off your feet, of course. Also under the sink in case you spill stuff. And yeah, so some curtains, of course, because you'd expect to see curtains in a house of this style. Just kind of makes sense. Some nice paintings there next to the door that will be the laundry room. Also using these little carpet squares from Into the Future and making them into kind of a nice rug, which looks very nice indeed. And yeah, so that's pretty much the kitchen finished thing. I'm just going to add a bunch of stuff on all the counters, because, you know, in real life you won't have perfectly pristine counters. You probably have stuff on them. So, you know, that's what I was doing here. Now we're moving on to the laundry room, which I really like the flooring in the laundry room, actually. It's kind of an interesting pattern. I make it black and white. I don't know, it kind of just, it's not too modern, but it's not like overly traditional, I guess. I don't know, it's a nice kind of pattern. It's very interesting. Also, that's going to be a closet there off of the laundry room, so you can store stuff in the laundry room closet. You know, it could be like off-season clothes or something, like coats, where you put the coats during the summer or something. I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, that's pretty much the laundry room. Got a washer and dryer, got a closet, you got a hamper, little medicine cabinet in case of emergencies, I guess. And yeah, so we're just changing the colors. Also adding some shoes in the closet there. And yeah, so that's pretty simple laundry room. And yes, so what am I doing here? I'm just getting some more details, I guess. Yeah, I'm just putting some more details out in the kitchen and the laundry room, putting detergent and stuff and some clothes on the floor. Shouldn't be putting clothes on the floor, but, you know, whatever. And, yeah, more details in the kitchen. Yeah, the kitchen is very detailed. As you can see, I keep going back to it and adding a bunch of stuff into it. Just because I really wanted it to be kind of look lived in and stuff like that, so that's what I was doing here. Yeah, I think I'm done with that now. Yeah, just a bunch of details. Okay, we're moving on to the dining room here. And the dining room is kind of a small room. So what I ended up doing instead is putting one 2-square table. I put two 1-square tables together, which sounds like it would be exactly the same, and it probably is. But I don't know, it just gives the illusion of it being smaller for some reason. So you can see I'm putting in the 2 single tables there, and I just kind of put them together. I don't know, it just looks smaller than having one 2-square table for some reason. You can see here, that's what I did. And you've got these nice leather chairs around it as well. Also a china cabinet there, which is very nice indeed to have. Yeah, it's a very elegant looking dining room. Even though it's small, it's very elegant. And yeah, so I think it turned out quite nicely. So here I'm just changing the color of the chairs. They're more neutral color. It's kind of a more grayish color as opposed to the very brown, chocolate brown color that was on there before. I think they're still leather, so it's a nice luxurious material, but it's a slightly better color that suits the room better. It's kind of like a purpley mauve color in this room, which is interesting. So also, this is the sunflower wall here. You can see there's already a sunflower plant there. There's also going to be a sunflower painting and some sunflower pots, which I thought was kind of cool. Just to get the sunflower items in there. I don't know, it looks kind of interesting. Yeah, anyway, just putting in a mirror plant, and I believe we did. I'm just going to move the table over a little bit and putting in a rug, of course. Just made out of the carpet squares again. And I believe I make it kind of like, yeah, there we go, a purpley color, which kind of goes nicely. Yeah, so what are we doing here? We're going to be putting in some more details in here. There's little sunflower pots on the floor, so you can see a lot of sunflower related items in here. And yeah, so that's pretty much the dining room finished, putting in some sconces, so, you know, you can have some light in your dining room. And yeah, so I think that's the dining room finished. What are we doing here? We're doing the entranceway and maybe the second floor landing, I believe. Yeah, so there's the second floor landing up here. There's also going to be kind of like a little study area in there. Also finishing off a little bit of the landscaping down the side. So at this point I was just kind of touching things up before I continued the furnishing, because I kind of like to do that, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm just putting a little bit of plant on the side. Also some sunflowers, which is nice. Anyway, moving the mailbox trash can, getting a gnome out front, I believe. I don't know if I do that here, but I do put a gnome out front. No, I don't do it here. Yeah, so here we're popping back into the entranceway, which is very elegant. Entranceway, because yeah, it's the first impression you get when you walk into the house, so you want it to be kind of a nice looking entrance, of course, and there's also a nice looking landing upstairs with plenty of luxurious furnishings. Well, not really luxurious, but you know, it's got a desk up there, you know, with a computer, I believe, so you know, you can have a little bit of an office area. Make up use of the space. Also putting one of my favorite paintings in the game there in between the two windows, getting a plant next to the front door, and also putting a love seat, I believe. Yeah, there it is. That's what I like, that love seat a lot, because it's got the cushions on it. And most of the love seats in the game don't have cushions, or couches. They don't have cushions. And I like the ones with cushions. Because you know, usually in real life you'd have maybe some kind of pillows on your couches. Anyway, this is the second level landing here, and you can see I'm just putting a bit of a railing there, and also some curtains on the walls. You know, getting the lighting right. Yeah, so that's pretty much the landing, and we're gonna come back to it. Anyway, for now we're doing the living room, which I like the way the living room turned out. It's kind of simple, but yet it's very cozy. As you can see, it's got the fireplace, and also putting in some curtains here for the front windows. Yeah, so this is the living room here. There's also some blinds, because it is looking out right at the front, so you might want a bit of privacy. And yeah, so we're coming back in here, and we're going to be doing the television, which I had a bit of trouble with the television. I wanted it to be kind of over the fireplace, but I ended up not doing that. I ended up putting the television on a stand under this window here. So that's the way it works. It's kind of like two focal points in the room. There's the fireplace, and then there's the TV. You know, the way I deal with this is I put a little sitting area around the fireplace, and then the main sitting area around the TV. So it, you know, kind of works, I guess. Also, the rocking chair you can see is for the fireplace. So this is the main furnishings. They're kind of green, and I will change that. I make them kind of a burnt orange red color, which is quite a bit more attractive than the green. Also putting in a painting, changing the lamp here to a black, I believe it will be, just so it's a little bit more neutral color as opposed to bright green. And here we're changing the couches there, so it's kind of like a dark orangish red, which is a nice color. Actually, it's a really nice color. yeah, so changing the color here of the coffee table, which I give a stone top on, which is very nice. I think it's stone top coffee table, very luxurious indeed. Also putting in the rugs, the carpet tiles, I guess. It's not really a rug, it's a rug. Carpet tiles here under the living area. So also putting in some plants there and a little bit of a table behind the sofa, just to kind of hide the back of the sofa a bit better. Makes it look a little bit more finished off and stuff. And a little bit more detail. There's more places to put little decorative objects. Another painting that matches the first painting. And I'm also changing the colors of the fireplace here. The fireplace gets the same wood color as everything else in the room, and a nice kind of stone hearth. I think it's a hearth a bit on the floor. Also changing the color there of the rocking chair. I'm getting a grandfather clock in, which is a very fancy feature indeed. And also I'm going to put in a shelving area over in the corner next to the grandfather clock. Finding some more details here. I'm just looking around, trying to find some decorative items to put in the room. So it was looking a little bit bland. So there we go, some books. I don't know, some old books. I don't know. I'm also putting in, there's the shelving unit I was talking about. I put in a few shelves and also a little bit of a stool for it. So your sim could sit there and maybe write something down. I don't know. It's just a nice little added feature to the room. There's a full desk, I think, with a computer on the second level. So that makes this area, not entirely useful. Well, even in the game, a sim can't actually use that, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, just a nice little detail to the room. Also some candle sconces to go on the walls here. So you can see that on either side of the television and either side of the front door. Well, just one side of the front door, actually. And yeah, so I was putting a few more plants, and that's pretty much the living room done. Very nice. Yeah, so a few more light fixtures there. Having trouble with that one, it was acting up. And yeah, so that's the living room, I believe. And I think we move on to the bathroom here. Yes, we do. So this is the bathroom. It's just the half bathroom on the first floor. So when I said earlier it's 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, I was wrong. It's 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. There is a half bathroom on the first floor. So every bedroom has its own bathroom, and there's also a half bathroom for people who are just visiting the house. So that's very useful. Also, just changing the color of the table there. So again, it's a chair, not a chair. What am I talking about? It's a sink with a table. So the sink may not be usable, so you might have to remove the table for it to work. But it does look very nice, and I also like the way it looks with the 2 plants flanking it, and also the shelves up there. It's a very kind of interesting look. It's my favorite half bathroom I've ever done. Actually, I don't usually put this much effort or detail into a half bathroom, so I'm also putting in a mirror there, and of course all the little details like the hand towels and toilet paper, which is important to me because I like to have those little bit of detail in the house. Also some little paintings up there of silhouettes, which is interesting to have. I like those. They're kind of an interesting set because, I like when there's a bunch of paintings that have the same frame but with different pictures in them. I think those are very useful. Yeah, and there's not enough of those in the game. I don't know if The Sims 4 will bring those in, but that would be very nice to have. Yeah, so I'm putting in the bookcases here on the second level. This is the landing area, and there's going to be a desk in between the 2 bookshelves. There's also a shelf that goes over the window, so it kind of makes it look like a built-in unit as opposed to just all separate items. Yeah, so there's the desk. I don't know if I put a computer or not. I guess we'll find out. Nice little chair for the desk. Oh, there is a laptop there, so yeah, there's a computer. And also a shelving unit I put against that wall there, as you can see. I don't think I was able to put anything in it, so I don't. Just like a nice empty shelving unit, I guess. Also a clock in the kitchen, so you can tell the time. I also believe I put a painting on this little protruding wall here. Just a little bit of extra detail. Yeah, there we go. So just the landing, it's got pretty basic stuff. It's just the computer area, also with some books. So, just kind of miscellaneous stuff. I also put this kind of window with a railing in it. It's not really a window because it doesn't have glass in it, but I like it. It's kind of like a nice detail. I don't know, I like that kind of stuff. Also putting in a rug. I believe I put in a proper rug, and I don't use the floor tiles here. Not floor tiles, carpet tiles. Yeah, so I do use a proper rug. And yeah, so that just goes in the landing here, and I believe that's the landing finished off. So it's just nice and simple. Yeah, I tried to put stuff in that chest, but it just wasn't working. It wasn't a chest, shelving unit. It just didn't work for some reason. And so yeah, so this is going to be the bathroom here. This is the first guest bathroom on the second level. It's actually 2 stories because it's in the tower of the house. So it's got 2-floor ceiling in it, which is very fancy indeed. But whatever. So it's got the sink, toilet, tub, and shower. So it's got everything your Sims would ever need. So yeah, just changing the color of stuff here and putting in a shelf there, which is for extra storage because there's not really much space on the countertop that's on the what do you call it, the sink. So, I put in the separate little shelf there with a little marble top, so, you can put towels and stuff on it. I don't know. I put towels on it anyway. I'm also putting in some wallpaper to finish off the second floor, so you see there's nothing up there. Yeah, so that's that bathroom pretty much finished, and we're just going to be moving on to the guest bedroom, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. We're doing the other bathroom first. By the looks of things, we are. I don't know. I was not expecting that. We're doing the other bathroom. So there's 2 guest bathrooms upstairs. They're both pretty much exactly the same. They have all the same stuff in them. So they're pretty much the same exactly. So there we go. Just putting in. I'm just copy and pasting everything over to it. Yeah. So we're doing the guest bedroom here. What I thought we would be doing first, but here we go. It's a very nice color. It's kind of like a light greenish color. Very elegant. It's kind of, well, it's not greenish. It's kind of, well, the carpet is more like a golden color, which I actually really like that color. It's a nice light gold, which is very elegant indeed. The bedspread kind of goes a greenish color like the outside of the house, if you will. So you can see I'll put that in and replace the red. Yeah, there we go. I think it's a very nice looking bedroom. So you have this nice kind of elegant look to it, and it's just a guest bedroom, so it's there for extra things. I don't know. Also putting in some lamps here instead of table lamps. They are floor lamps. I thought it looked interesting. I actually kind of like the look of that. So yeah, that's what I ended up doing. It also leaves more room on the nightstands to put extra details and stuff, so you can see here that's what I'm doing. I'm also putting in a dresser, not really a dresser, it's a wardrobe, so your Sims can store plenty of clothes in there, of course. You need plenty of room to store your clothes, and also a mirror there, and just some more details like paintings and other stuff like that. Curtains, of course, you need curtains. Also they go green as well to match the bedspread. I really like the colors in this room. I like all the colors in this room. It's a very agreeable color palette, I guess you could say. Which is nice. It's got that painting of some lady in a red dress, and yeah, some more paintings. There's some flowers there, which is always nice. Nice little flowers. Also a rug, of course. It's made out of the carpet squares, and I believe I make it a greenish color as well. There, as you can see that. Very nice. And yeah, I think I put another painting there, or maybe not. I don't know what I put there. I think I put a mirror. No, I do put a painting. Yeah, so there's a nice painting there. And I also put in some books in the hallway, apparently, just some books on the floor. And yeah, so that's pretty much the guest bedroom finished off. A little bit of a shelf there to go into that painting. Kind of looks like the painting is leaning on the shelf, which is what I was going for. And there's the mirrors. They go on either side of the bed, under the lamps. So yeah, now we're moving on to the kids' bedroom, which has a bunk bed and a desk. I don't think it has a computer though, so it's just a bunk bed, a desk, and a bookshelf, really. But, it turns out quite nicely. Indeed, it's the second of the 3 bedrooms, the master obviously being the third. So it's also got some shelves here. The top shelf is for the person who's on the top bunk, and the lower shelf is supposed to be for the person who's on the lower bunk, although it's a little bit high up for them, so I don't know if it works very well. But it looks nice anyway. I put a nice plant under the shelves, which I think looks very nice. So here I'm putting in some posters, which would make sense as it is a kid's room. And there we go. I'm putting a lamp on there and a little candle for some reason. I don't know why you'd have a candle and a lamp next to each other. That doesn't really make sense. But that's what I did. There's the plant underneath. I really like that plant. It goes nicely under there, kind of tucked away. Yeah, so this is the desk here, and also the bookshelf goes along this wall there. So it's a kind of small room. I wasn't able to put much in it because of its size, but it's a good size for its purpose of just sleeping. That's all I really need to do in there is sleep. Yeah, so also putting in, I don't know if I put anything along that wall. I don't think I do. I don't think I was able to find any posters I liked, so I ended up putting a guitar in the corner there. And just some details I think go on the desk. No computer, like I've said before. So yeah, so just a plant, and also, what else did I put in there? I think I put a trophy. Oh, there's the gnome. Haha. The gnome goes out front. I had a trophy, and there's also some sports equipment underneath the desk, of course. So over here we're moving on to the master suite, which is the last room inside the house. Very elegant, of course. It's also the largest bedroom in the house, with the best views. It looks straight out the front. Yeah, so it's a very nice bedroom. It's got a 4-poster bed. It's also got a television in it, and its own bathroom, of course, which is what you'd expect from a master suite. I really love the bedspread I used here. It's a very nice pattern and colors. I like the kind of like light blue, brown, dark brown, and kind of reddish color in there. It's very nice. It also goes well with the carpet I chose, and I have some nice wood paneling on the walls here, which you see I'm just putting on now. It's also kind of got a nice pattern in it for the wallpaper, which is very nice. And it's very elegant, and I also use these interesting end tables, which have marble tops on them, which is also elegant, of course. Very luxurious. Yeah, just changing the lamp colors. They kind of match the bedspread a little bit, which is nice. And yeah, so there's the television unit. It's a tube TV. It's not as fancy as the flat screen downstairs, but, you know, it's a TV nonetheless. And also a wardrobe, which matches the one in the guest bedroom. And I also put a plant in. I think I put a plant. Yes, I do. And yeah, so also a rug, of course, made out of the carpet squares. I use a different pattern on this one, which is interesting. It's just a plain pattern. Yeah, it's just a plain kind of chocolate brown color, which is very nice. And yeah, so that's pretty much the master bedroom finished. Yeah, I think I might put some paintings in, but overall, it's a nice, elegant room. And where's the paintings? There we go. So there's some dog paintings, 5 dog paintings. I like them. They go well together. And also, I think I put a painting with a little table under it over here. Yes, I do. Which looks very nice, of course. I like the look of it. You know, you can just put stuff on that table. I don't know. The painting looks like it's leaning against the table, which, again, that was the idea of it. I like kind of making it look like paintings are leaning on shelves or tables or stuff just by putting them kind of low on the wall, so it's like just over it. I think it's very interesting. Anyway, this is the master bathroom here. There's no shower in the master bathroom. It's just a tub. But there is a full bathroom next to the master bathroom next to the master bedroom, sorry. Next to the master bedroom with a tub shower. So, you know, if they really need to take a shower, they can just go to that bathroom. It's not a big deal. I also got the kind of terracotta brownish colored tiles that I was going to use in the kitchen. But I ended up using them here. They're less reddish, though. They're more of a brown color. And yeah, so that's pretty much the master bathroom finished. Now we're just going to be finishing up the exterior of the house with some little details here. I'm putting in the decking, nice kind of wood color, of course, which has all the nice little angles, so it goes around the whole deck in a nice, neat manner, which is, of course, important. You can see here I'm just figuring it out. It always makes a mess of things. It's very annoying to do. Yeah, also putting a little bit of nice kind of wood on the top here above it. So when you're in the second level, you don't see hideousness underneath the porch roof. It kind of looks neat and finished off, which is something I like to do. But yeah, so we're nearing the end of the build here. Just, you know, this is the finishing details. I will do landscape lighting and stuff, and also filling black into the areas where your Sims can't go. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, I do make videos like this on my YouTube channel, which you can check out. It's Simtastic Builder. And also, I'll be making more shows here on the Sims Resource channel, so you should definitely subscribe to this channel as well, which is a good thing for you to do. I'm also putting some landscaping in the back there as well. Also, yeah. There will be overview shots at the end of the building part of this show, so you can check those out. Very nice. You can see like the inside as it pans across, which is always nice to see. Yeah, so there'll be more shows like this on the Sims Resource and stuff, so you should definitely check those out. I'm also adding a little bit of a fence here down the side of the house. Also, this is important. If you want to download the house, you can definitely do that. It's going to be on the Sims Resource. There should be a link in the description. It's also available on my website, which will just link you to the Sims Resource. And the website is simtasticbuilder.com. So, you know, you can download this house if you want and do whatever you want with it, which is, of course, important to some people, you know. Yeah, so I'm just changing the roof color here, kind of neatening it up a bit. Yeah, but anyway, we're pretty much finished. We're just wrapping it up. And, yeah, a bit of landscape lighting in the bushes. I also like to do this. I like to put landscape lighting under the bushes so it's kind of finish it off. Yes, but anyway, just adding all the final details like I always like to do. And adding the little windows here, you know, just as more detail. But anyway, you can download the house. You should check out my channel and subscribe to the Sims Resource channel. And yeah, so I'll see you next time. I hope you enjoyed this show, of course. It's always nice to hear your feedbacks. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you thought. And bye!